Good evening, everyone. You're all very welcome to join me this evening for this dynamic Hatha yoga, strong and supple flow. This evening we're going to be looking at primarily one of the limbs of yoga, which is asana, or the physical practice of yoga. So we're going to really be looking at building strength within the body, the muscles, the tissues, improving our circulation by really building a little bit of heat in the body to allow all of that blood and oxygen to flow to the working organs and cells of the body and the brain. And as always, we're going to make it as mindful of a practice as we can by tuning into our breath as we flow in and out of the postures or the asanas this evening. As always, have a check-in with how you're feeling, and if anything doesn't feel good, leave it out this evening. Or there's always modifications. I know a lot of you have been practicing with me for a long time, so listen to your body, and if it feels right, it's good. If it doesn't, leave it out, guys. We're going to start off this evening. You can sit easy cross-legged or sitting back onto those heels. The knees can be a little bit wider and the toes touching, or you can tuck the hips back to the heels as we start with a little bit of centering, a little bit of breathing pranayama. As always, our body is nice and tall. You can scoop the tailbone gently under a little bit, and that's going to help you lengthen up through the spine. Pelvic floor muscles are engaged in Mula Bandha. We're drawing gently in and up through the navel, so we can feel that nice connection into the pelvis and the lower back. Lengthening up through the waist, the sides of the body, the shoulders are away from the ears, and we draw the chin back and gently down. And for a few moments, let's let the eyes relax. And we arrive here in the now, in the present, by tuning into our breath. Breathing in and out through both nostrils. Aware of the length of the in-breath and the length of the out-breath. Aware of your individual breath. Is it smooth and continuous? Or is it full of little jerks and pauses? As you tune into your breath, you'll find thoughts start to slow. The body and the mind starts to relax, preparing you for our physical practice of yoga this evening. As each inhale, feel that body floating upwards, lengthening. And with each out breath, we're allowing the shoulders to relax further, letting go of any tensions, any worries, any thoughts. Maybe setting a positive intention for practice this evening. My body is strong and healthy. Or every cell in my body is happy and healthy. And we start to repeat that intention like a mantra, allowing it to really set deep inside. Repeating that intention strengthens the desire to allow it to become true. And we can open the eyes, checking in with, once again, how do you feel? How do the knees feel and the ankles? We're going to release them a little bit, but we're going to warm the wrists first. So let's bring the hands either side of those knees. And we press strongly out of the hands, the fingers are really wide, and just gently, slowly draw the shoulders forwards. We lift the hips up. We don't want the heel of the hands to lift, and then those hips go back towards the heels. Inhaling, rolling forwards, we're lifting the hips up, the heels stay down, and exhaling, hips back towards the heel. And we roll forwards and backwards a few times, guys. With our dynamic Hatha practice, we do incorporate our sun salutations, so there's quite a lot of work in the wrists, so we've got to really look after and protect those. Warming into the knees as well, the feet, the front of the feet. Slowly back, and now we can Totally rotate that right hand. So we're rotating, externally rotating the hand. The right thumb faces away. The right baby finger faces in. That left hand is supporting beside that left knee. And again, we gently roll forwards and backwards. You're going to feel that right forearm starting to open up. Strong in the core. Keep drawing the shoulders away from the ears. And then back and gently side to side. Again, easing out and strengthening and releasing tension into the hands and the wrists. Remember, if it doesn't feel good, go back to the first option, guys. And we can release that right hand and then externally rotate that left hand. And again, gently rocking forwards and backwards. Warming and mobilizing, preparing for our strong and supple flow this evening. And again, we roll back and we can move side to side. Stretching into that forearm on the left side and the left arm. And you're going to find one's maybe a little bit easier or nicer than the other. And release that left hand back. And now we're going to flip the right hand over. So the back of the hands on the mat. Left hand supports and again, gently rolling forwards and backwards. Fingers are nice and spread, so we're really pressing the back of the fingers into the mat now. And hips back and we can roll side to side again. You're going to feel all the muscles in the wrist and the forearm start to come alive, start to waken up. And we can release that right hand. It might feel a little bit tight, a little bit, you've improved the circulation through it. And we flip that left hand over, so the back of the hands connecting to the mat, and again we roll forwards and backwards. You might find that left elbow wants to bend. If you can, nice and strong in that left arm, just rolling the hips away from the heels and then hips back towards those heels. And again, side to side. And release that left hand and we can circle those wrists, guys. Changing direction. Let's get ready to flow. So let's bring those hands forwards into 4-point kneeling, tabletop position. Knees are underneath the hips and the hands are underneath the shoulders. Tuck those toes under. Encourage the hips back towards the heels, and on an inhale, let's lift up to dog head down, Ardha Mukha Shavasana. Really thinking about lengthening through that upper body, pressing strongly out of the arms. We want to encourage the chest to the thighs, the bottoms lift up, and we start to paddle out through those feet, dropping one heel to the mat as the other foot lifts up onto the ball of the foot. Really strong in the core. Remember, the eyes can look forward, or you can support or relax the head, letting go of any tension in the jaw by opening the mouth. Maybe thinking about tapping into your Ujjayi breath now, that lovely victorious breath that we use in our dynamic Hatha yoga practice. Shoulders are strongly away from the ears. Now as we inhale, lift up onto the balls of both feet, and as we exhale, draw the bottom bones back. Inhaling up onto the toes. Core engaged, try not to bring the shoulders over those wrists. Exhale, draw the bottom bones back. One more inhale, we lift up onto the feet, allow the head to relax. Exhale, heels drop down. Inhaling up onto the toes, let's roll forward in a lovely wave-like movement. Bring our elbows in, exhale, slowly Chaturanga Dandasana. Hips go down, inhale up to Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. And as we exhale, to dog head down. And again, inhaling, rippling forwards, shoulders over those wrists. Remember, drop to the knees if you wish. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, spread through those toes, rolling up to Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. And exhaling to dog head down. Last one, inhaling, rippling forward, pressing strongly out of those arms, core engaged, exhaling, slowly lowering. Inhaling to up dog or cobra. And as we exhale to dog head down. Looking between those thumbs, slowly tiptoe the feet towards the hands. Keep lifting the buttock bones up as we move. And then soften those heels down, guys. Allow the head to relax. Those arms can feel heavy. Release the hands, the palms can face up. Allow them to relax. The knees can stay a little bit soft. Keep thinking about lifting the buttock bones up. Drawing strongly in through the belly and allowing the upper body to completely soften and hang. Shoulders are relaxed. Tuning into your breath. And centering through the feet by gently rolling forwards and backwards, not allowing the heels to lift away from the mat. Opening into the hamstrings. Massaging into the lower back and the kidneys, working with our digestion as we forward fold. We're really improving the flow of blood all around the brain cells as the head softens beneath the heart. Bending those knees deeply now, tailbone shines under, and slowly, sequentially roll up through the spine. Vertebrae sets one on top of the other, the head rolls up last. Inhaling, sweeping the arms to the side, body and up, Surya Namaskara. Exhaling, hinge forward, chest draws forward, lift the chin, head down towards the toes, knees soft. Inhale, we lengthen back long. Lift and lengthen through the tailbone. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step or jump back, and slowly lower chaturanga. Inhaling to cobra, roll the shoulders back, the chest lifts up. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Look between the thumbs, step, jump, or float between the hands as we lengthen. Exhale, we fold, lifting through pelvic floor, core super tight. Inhaling, sweeping the arms to the side, body and up, palms touch. And exhaling, hands to the heart center and down. Inhale, we sweep those arms, the thighs can engage, strongly rooting into the feet. Exhale, chest draws forward, head to the toes. Inhale, lift through the chest, lift through the chin. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step or jump back to high plank, strong in the core, elbows draw in as we lower. Inhaling to up dog or cobra, and exhaling to dog head down. Remembering to use alternate legs to step forward each time, so we're bringing balance to the body. Exhale, we fold. Bending knees, inhale, sweep the arms to the side, body and up, lengthening through the body. Exhaling to the heart center and down. Last one, inhale, we sweep. Exhale, hinge forward. Really lifting through the buttock bones now, drawing strongly in through pelvic floor. Inhale, feel the breath into the upper lobes of the lungs as we lift the chin. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step or jump back, and slowly lower. Shoulders are away from the ears. Inhaling to cobra, up dog. Lift the chin again, breathing deep into the upper lobes, and exhale to dog head down. Let's stay here, guys. Look between those hands, really spread through the fingers. Feel the length in the arms, rolling the inner elbows in, creating width to the back body as we wrap the corners of the armpits towards each other. Hip bones lift up, bottom bones draw back. Inhaling, let's lift that right leg super high. Point through those right toes, ground through that left heel. Taking a few breaths here, feeling the length, the whole right side of the body. You can allow the head to relax and look towards those left toes. The left instep is lifting. Inhaling, look between those thumbs again as we exhale. Draw right knee to nose, pull belly in, step right foot between the hands. Inhaling, sweeping those arms up, draw left heel down. Stretch those arms forward. Big inhale, lengthen, engage and rotate those thighs. Exhale, lateral stretch to the right. Right arm drops down, left arm reaches up for Trikonasana. Really strong in the feet. Rotation in those thighs, lifting the back left instep. Think about stretching between two panes of glass. Don't allow that left shoulder to roll forward. Keep reaching up through the left fingers, down through the right fingers. Eyes can look down. Eyes can look to the side, or eyes can look up towards those left thumbs. Big inhale, strongly press out of the feet. Let's roll back up. This time as we exhale, lunge over that right knee. Eyes look over to the right thumb. Make sure that left arm isn't going to sleep. Keep strong in the body. Remember, strong and supple flow. Drawing the left shoulder back. Shoulders are away from the ears. The breath's coming into those intercostal lobes of the lungs now. Taking a few breaths in Virabhadrasana too. Really pressing out of the feet. Even think about squeezing the hips towards each other. We can strongly reach to the right now. Bring that right shoulder down towards the right armpit or towards the right knee. Wrapping that right arm underneath that right thigh. The left arm can roll back to find a bind. Rolling left shoulder back. On an inhale, think about straightening through that right leg. Keep lengthening and lifting through the side body. The chest lifts. Left shoulder rolls back. Right shoulder forward rolls forward. Don't allow the head to collapse, guys. Strong in the head. Strong in those feet. Tuning into the breath. Starting to feel the fire in the body creating as we really start to boost our immune system by flowing through these postures. We can release that bind. Inhale, cartwheeling the hands either side of the right foot. Stepping back to high plank. Exhale, choose your chaturanga. Remember, you may want to drop to those knees. Inhaling, we lengthen up to cobra. Shoulders are back and down. And exhaling, over the toes to dog, head down, guys. Taking a few breaths here. Really feeling the length in the body from the middle finger to the shoulder to the hips. And then we draw those bottom bones strongly back. If the heels connect to the mat, you might want to draw the toes in and the heels away. And really think about becoming stronger in those legs. Shoulders are away from the ears. And on an inhale, let's look between those thumbs, lift that left leg super high. Three-legged dog, head down, pointing through the left toe, strong in the right leg. Thighs are super tight, guys. And as we exhale, draw that left knee to the nose, round through the spine, stepping left foot between the hands. Big inhale, press out of that left foot, draw the right heel down, stretch through those arms, getting ready for Trikonasana. Thighs engaged and rotating as we exhale. We hinge forward, pushing that right hip up. Left arm goes down, right arm reaches up. Rolling that right shoulder back. Arms are in line. Remember, we're all different bodies. So your alignment, all of our alignment will be slightly different. So remember to work with what feels good for your body. We want to feel the stretch, the whole right side of the body, into that right hip, into those legs, the outer thighs. Keep lifting through the insteps. Strong in those legs, guys. Big inhale, slowly roll back up. Look towards those left thumbs, palms face down. Exhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana. Shoulders are away from the ears. Rolling the inner thighs away again. That left knee's in line with the second or baby toe. Back right insteps lifting. Bringing the breath into the intercostal lobes, the diaphragmatic, the largest lobes in the lungs that we use for our standing asanas. Strengthening the respiratory system, the lung function. Really working into your fitness. Strong in the core. Let's reach forward now. Forward left. Drawing the armpit down towards that left knee. Drawing that left arm underneath that left thigh. You may be able to hold on to the bind or find that left hand. Doesn't matter if you can't. Roll that right shoulder back. If it feels comfortable on an inhale, straighten through that left leg. Keep rolling the left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Taking some of the body weight onto that back right foot, guys. Again, those eyes can look down to the left toes or they can look to the side or up towards the ceiling. In Hatha, we tend to hang out in our poses a little bit longer. So we can really start to work into and strengthen the muscles and the joints. Moving them through their full range of movement. Releasing that bind now, soften that left knee, inhaling, cartwheel the hands either side of the left foot. Stepping back to high plank. Shoulders over wrists as we exhale, shoulders away from the ears and lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhaling to cobra, chest lifts up, shoulders are back and down. And as we exhale to dog head down. A few breaths here, guys. At any stage, remember you can drop to the knees and take those hips back towards the heels. Or keep strong in that dog head down, thinking about your ujjayi breath. Coming back to your intention from the start of the class. Your body is strong and healthy. On an inhale, let's lift that right leg super high again. Look between those thumbs. And as we exhale, right knee to nose, pull the belly button in, step through that right foot between the hands. Left hands just in advance of that right foot, or both hands in advance as we inhale. We slide those back left toes forward and we lift. Rolling up onto the fingertips, guys. We're going to drop left hip down. We're going into a balance, strong in the core. That right knee may prefer to be a little bit soft. If you wish, left hand supports onto the fingertips, or just in front of the finger, or just in front of that right foot onto the left fingertips. And on an inhale, we can sweep that right arm up, rolling the right shoulder back. Really going into a standing twist, guys. You're going to feel this stretch the whole way around the right side of the hip. Keep lifting up and lengthening through that back left leg. Shoulders are away from the ears. You're going to feel the right leg strongly working. Slowly lower that right hand back down now. And on an inhale, let's draw those left toes back down. Sweep those arms up. Draw the shoulders forwards and lift that back left leg. If it feels good, bend the left leg, wrap the left arm around, hold on to that left foot. Pressing the foot into the hand into the foot. And we slowly lower that right hand down to the floor. Find that balance, keep pressing that left heel away, lifting up through that left heel. And we can bend that right leg strongly, the left hand either side of the right foot as we step back to high plank, shoulders over the wrists, inner elbows in, exhale, slowly lower. Inhaling to cobra, chest lifts up, shoulders roll back, and exhaling to dog head down. Staying nice and static or paddling out through the feet, guys. Relaxing through the head, the neck, the shoulders. Tuning back into that breath. How does the breath feel as it's circulating all around the body? Inhale, let's look between the thumbs, that left leg lifts strongly up. And as we exhale, left knee to nose, draw the belly button in, stepping left foot between the hands. Inhale, we can slowly slide that right leg up, right fingertips onto the floor. Or both fingers are just in advance of that left leg as we lift that back right leg for our revolved Ardha Chandrasana. Right hip drops down, the left knee's a little bit soft. Really working away from that right foot. If you wish, on an inhale, open through that left side of the body, guys. Shoulders are away from the ears. Find that core strength and start to tune into your breath. Relaxing, lengthening, strengthening. Slowly release that left hand back down. We can drop the right toes to the mat or keeping them lifted. Inhale, reach those arms forward. Shoulders drop down so the back right leg can lift. We can bend that right foot, wrap that right hand around, holding on to the ankle or foot. Pressing the foot strongly into the hand into the foot. And if you wish, slowly lower, careful, controlling left hand down to the floor. Pressing right foot into the hand, creating that space between the heel and the buttock in the right. Left knee is soft. Bending that left knee deeply now. Release that back right foot, hand either side of that left foot, stepping back to high plank. Shoulders over wrists, elbows in, and exhale, we slowly lower. Inhaling to up dog or cobra. And exhaling to dog head down. Again, taking a few breaths here. If you wish, guys, drop to the knees, take the hips back towards the heels. Allow the head to relax. And in your own time, slowly drop to the knees. And hips go back towards those heels. The knees can be wide or the knees can be together. We can bring the hands together to bring a little bit of relaxation to release any tension you've created in the wrists. You can even rest the forehead to the mat. And the hands make a little fin just on top of the head. Shoulders are relaxed, and take a few breaths here, guys. Allowing each out breath to settle those hips down towards those heels. And release the hands down now. Hands underneath the shoulders as we do a nice little hip opening exercise to get us into pigeon and some variations. So let's go strong in those hands. And we're going to reach through those right toes, guys. This is a nice little hip opener. Press away from the heel of that right foot, opening into the right calf. Nice inhale. Press that heel away. As we exhale, draw right knee to nose, round through the spine. Tight. Inhale, draw those right toes away. Press away from the heel, press out of the hands. As we exhale, right knee to nose, draw the belly in. Press strongly through the arms, knee to nose. Inhale, toes press away, heels press away, toes on the ground. Exhale again, right knee to nose, round through the spine, belly in. And inhale, toes away, lengthening through those arms. This time, exhale, right knee to nose. If those right toes go in advance of the left knee, cross the right toes over the left knee. Squeeze the right knee down, the left knee up, untuck the toes, and take the hips back towards the heels into a variation of Gumagasana, cow face pose. Keep using those hands strong in the arms to take the hips back. The right knee drops down, the left knee works up. Really feel that lovely opening into the right outer hip, your abductor. Shoulders may want to creep up towards those ears, so roll those shoulders back and down. And now we're going to roll forward, and this time into pigeon. Draw the right knee to the floor in front of the right wrist. See if you can draw those right toes over towards the left wrist. So we're opening up into the right hip. Work with what feels good. Left toes tuck under, slide that left knee back. Remember your variations here. You can lie on your back, guys, and bring that right heel over the left knee. You're pressing up onto the fingertips. You can tuck left toes under and slide the left knee over a little bit to open into the pelvis. Untuck those left toes and really push or lengthen the left leg away. Think of that little string in the chest lifts up, the shoulders drop down. We're going to square off the pelvis, so sneak the right hip bone back, the left hip bone forward. You're going to feel that lovely opening. The tailbone shines gently under. Big inhale again, the sides of the body are lifted. We can walk the hands forward if you wish on the out breath. And you can lengthen those arms down. You can rest your forehead onto your forearms, or the arms can be long. Forehead onto the mat. Really keep working into this pose, sneaking right hip back, left hip forward, lengthening through left toes, pressing in through the hands, really feeling this delightful stretch into the right hip, the right thigh. Even think about engaging the glutes for a deeper little stretch. We can walk those hands back in now. If you wish, you can again reach up under the fingertips. The back left toes can bend, or the knee can bend. And you can wrap that left arm around. Holding on to the left foot. Again, we want to create space. We don't want to press or put too much emphasis onto that knee joint. So we press foot into hand, hand into foot, opening into the left shoulder. Then we can really lift and lengthen. And maybe see if you can find that balance Reaching the right arm forward, thumb and index finger connected. Looking towards those right thumb and fingers. If you wish, you can bring those left toes into the left elbow pit. Right arm can reach behind. See if you can find that bind. Softening the pelvis down, strongly focusing on your drishti, that point of focus in front of you, maybe down and up or up a little bit, guys. And we can release that bind, hands either side of that right knee. Slowly draw that right leg back, right leg long, and we can shake out through that right leg, circling through that right foot, releasing tension in the ankle. And slowly drop that right foot back down. Inhaling, let's drop to the knees. And we'll go into the other side, 4-point kneeling, tabletop. Strong in the arms, we start lengthen that left leg away now. Pressing through those left heels, lengthening through those arms. Left thighs engaged, strong in the shoulders. As we exhale, left knee to nose, belly in tight, and forehead towards left knee. Inhaling, lengthen through left leg, pressing through that foot. Exhaling, left knee to nose, belly in tight. And as we inhale again, left leg works long. Exhale, knee to nose, strong in the arms as if you're pressing the shoulders and the upper back up. Inhale again, long. Very Gumagasana hip opener. Exhale, knee to nose. If those left toes go in advance of the right knee, cross left knee over right. You may want to draw the knees in a little bit. Left knee draws down, right knee presses up against the back of that left knee, and hips go back towards those heels. Active in the legs, guys. Tailbone shines under gently. Really feel that lovely length in the pelvis. The lower back will feel like it's uncurling and opening. Strong in the arms, you can soften the head down towards those knees. Relaxing through the neck and the shoulders. Slowly now rolling back up for pigeon. Drawing the left knee to the floor in front of the left wrist, the left toes. Go over towards those right wrists. Right toes tuck under and slide that right knee back. Up onto the fingertips. We can take the right knee over a little bit, further to the end of the mat, untucking the toes. Really lengthen through that body as we draw that left hip bone back, right hip bone forward this time, so those hip bones are shining forward, so the pelvis is square. Hatha yoga is very alignment orientated, guys, but remember, we're all different bodies, so our alignment will all be slightly different. You can stay on the fingertips, or if you wish, you can walk those hands forwards. Being aware that one side of the body is generally going to feel different than the other. It might feel a little bit more open, or you might feel a little bit more tension on one side. Always listen to the body, listen to the stretch, the asana. How does your body feel whenever you're in that position, that pose? You can stretch the arms forwards and down. Arms are super long. Remember, we keep adjusting. Right hip forward, left hip back. Lengthening through those back right toes, maybe engaging through the glutes, guys, the buttocks. Shoulders are strongly away from the ears. Really feeling that width in the back as well. Strong, strong pose. To deepen the stretch or to add a little balance, you can walk the hands back up. And we can start by picking or bending up that back right knee, picking up the toes, and you should feel a nice stretch into that right thigh already. We can reach that right arm behind, holding on to the foot, creating space first of all, pressing the foot into the hand into the foot. Lengthening. Really strong in the core. See if you can start to lift through the left hand, or bring thumb and index finger together and reach up, gazing, taking your drishti to the left thumb and index finger. If you wish, you can bend that foot closer towards the buttock, wrapping the foot into the elbow pit. Left arm rolls back. See if you can find that bind. Softening the pelvis down. Again, we draw right hip forward, left hip back. Strong stretch in the right shoulder, the right thigh. And we want to keep drawing back through the chin and lengthening through that neck. And we can release that bind, release that back leg, hands either side of that left knee, right toes tuck under. And we step back to our three-legged dog, head down. You're going to feel that work into the knee. We can start to paddle out through the feet. And in your own time, drop to the knees. The knees go wide again, and those hips go back towards those heels, guys. A little bit of release for the lower back. We're going to walk the hands back up. You can come to easy cross legs if you prefer, or you can really tuck or set the hips back and really starting to work a little bit more in the joints of the knees and the feet. Bringing the hands to the heart. Big inhale, interlace those fingers. Exhale, scoop tailbone under, round through the spine, draw the belly in, drop chin to chest. Inhale, we lift the chest up, the shoulders drop back, the pelvic floor engaged. Exhale, open the arms, open into the chest. Inhaling, hands back to the heart, interlace the fingers, exhale, tailbone under, round through the spine, press palms away. Inhaling, we lift and lengthen, baby back bend. Exhale, open the arms, lift through the chest, chin lifts up. Inhaling, hands back to the heart, spine nice and long. Exhale, press those arms away, really feel that lovely C curve into the spine. Inhale, we lengthen. Back bend as we lift the chest up, tailbone tucks back. Exhale, we open, stretching the chest. Inhaling, hands back to the heart. Last one, guys. Exhale, scoop tailbone under, roll forward and stay here for a few breaths. Strengthening into the core as we pull the belly to the spine. Pressing through those arms, but drawing the shoulders back and away. The chin softens down. And as we inhale, we lift. The chest lifts up. Eyes can look up. Draw the shoulders away. Really feel the length. The tailbone tucks back. Lifting strongly through belly. Through the sides of the body. Exhale, open. Chin can look up. Shoulders can feel heavy, guys. Starting to feel that chest open and stretch. And let's bring the hands back to the heart. Draw those knees in as we roll forward. And give those feet a little tap. And we can slide the knees back. Draw the chest forward, elbows in, and slowly lower down to your belly. And we're going to do a lovely little back stretch now, strengthening into the lower back before we start our relaxation. Maybe a little twist as well. So let's lengthen through the spine first. We can lift the legs up, draw one leg back and then the other. Very important for any back work to make sure that the back's not too cramped, guys. And we can bend that right leg. Encourage that right heel towards the buttock. And we're going to come up onto those elbows now, guys. Yeah. Walking the elbows gently forward. We can reach that right arm around, hold on to the right foot, the right ankle. Drawing that foot in towards the buttock now to stretch the thigh. Lengthen the left arm forward, thumb and index finger connected. Strongly through the left toes, and on an inhale, lift that upper body. Shoulders are away. See if that right knee will lift, drawing the heel in towards the buttock. Shoulders are back and down if you wish. Flex right foot, press foot into hand, pressing heel up towards the sky. Then point through the toes and draw that heel back towards the buttock. One more time, flex the foot, press the foot into the hand into the foot, left front of the foot is grounding down. And then we point those toes and draw that right heel back into the buttock. Lift up through that right knee, draw the right heel down. Lift and lengthen through the left side and slowly release. You can rest the head onto the hands, the big toes can touch, and gently rock the hips side to side, guys. Other side now, again we lengthen. Just lifting and lengthening those legs away. You can keep your head on the forearms this time or the hands as you bend that left leg, left heel towards the buttock. Left hand can wrap around
And you can encourage that heel towards the butt. You might want to lengthen through that right arm, but if you do, we reach through the arm, thumb and index finger touching into our lovely chin mudra. And on an inhale, we lift the upper body, reach through that right arm, right shoulders back, eyes or drishti is gazing forward, and encouraging that left heel towards the bottom. Pointing and lengthening through the right leg. If you wish, flex through that left foot, pressing that left heel up towards the sky, opening the shoulder, engaging into that buttock. Then point the toes and draw the heel back towards the buttock, lifting up through that back left thigh. Flex and we lengthen again, pressing foot away. Then we can point the toes and draw the heel closer towards the buttock. And flex and lengthen. And point and draw the heel in. And we can release, guys. Again, forehead onto the hands, toes touch. And we can gently soften those or relax and rock the hips side to side. Slowly now easing over onto your backs. And let's draw the knees into the chest so we can really feel and release any tension in the back. Gently circling those knees a few times in one direction. And a few times in the other direction. And let's lift those heels up. Last posture, guys. Last asana. Heels in line with the knees, in line with the hips. Arms are out nice and long, in line with the shoulder. And we can cross that right knee over the left knee. You're very welcome to tuck those right toes under the left calf or let the right heel just hang. Belly's engaged, shoulders are away from the ears, and we can slowly let both knees draw over to the left, eyes look over to the right. Now we do want the right shoulder to lift, so if it's too much for you, uncross the legs and drop both knees over to the left, guys. You can take that left hand to the right knee to deepen the stretch. Keep drawing the right side of the chest further over to the right. The right knee further over to the left. Feel that beautiful strong opening into that right kidney. Right side of the lower back. Left side of the neck. And we take a few breaths here. With each inhale, think of the right side of the lower back lifting. And as you exhale, we're trying to lengthen and open the right side of the pelvis a little bit more. The outer hip. Lovely for releasing tension in the lower back, stimulating the sciatic nerves. And on an inhale, we can slowly roll back up. And release that right knee, and knees can go back into the chest. And gently circle a few times in one direction. And a few times in the other direction. And then again, either heels in line with the knees to make it easier, toes on the ground as we cross left knee over right. Arms in line with the shoulders. And again, we this time drop both knees over to the right, guys. Remember your option, toes on the ground, make it a little easier. Eyes look over that left shoulder. Make sure the feet are on the ground for a little bit of support. You can take the right hand to the left knee. And keep drawing that left side of the chest over towards the left. The right, the left knee over to the right. Lifting through that left side of the lower back. Stimulating the kidneys. Strengthening the erector spine. All the muscles that run up and down and along your spine. Directing your breath to where you feel the stretch. And as you exhale, allow that out breath to release and let go somewhat into the area where you feel that stretch. And we can release and slowly roll back up. Again, knees to the chest, and we gently circle. Circling the knees a few times in one direction and a few times in the other direction. And let's find our Shavasana, guys. So lengthening those legs away. The feet are shoulder width apart, the legs and the feet flop outwards. Maybe drawing the tailbone under. Hands can rest on your belly or arms can rest down by the sides. The shoulders roll away from the ears. And we tuck our chin down towards our chest and close the eyes. Try to become as still as you can, as soon as you can. Giving your body permission to relax. The face muscles soften. The upper back and the shoulders surrender. And the whole of the body feels heavy and supported on the floor. We tune into your breath. And as you breathe in, visualize the breath entering through the crown of the head and out through the chest. Breathing in through the head and out through the chest. A lovely breathing technique to start to remove some of the chatter in our minds, the thoughts. Releasing them further down the body and eventually letting them release through your feet. Inhaling head, exhaling chest. And the next time we breathe in, visualize the breath entering through the chest and leaving through the lower back. Inhaling chest, exhaling lower back. Allowing the out breath to nourish lower back and the kidneys. The inhale to energize the lungs, the heart, the respiratory system. Visualize the breath entering in through the lower back and out through the soles of the feet. In through the lower back and out through the soles of the feet. Allowing that out breath to carry with it any tension, any thought, any uncertainty, any worry. Let that breath deepen. Feeling it entering through the soles of the feet and travelling up through the legs into every muscle in the body, up through the sides of the body, up into the arms, into the head and beyond. Filling the whole body with your life-giving breath. We can start to make movement with the fingers and the toes. And stretching the arms and the legs away. In your own time, guys, taking your time, we can slowly bend the legs and roll over onto the right side of the body. There's no hurry. Tapping in again to how you feel. You may feel a little lighter, a little warmer as our improved circulation. Hopefully you feel a little more supple and strong. In your own time, slowly press back up to sitting position, guys. Easy cross-legged. Bringing the hands to the heart. Thank you so much for joining me again. And hopefully, we will be all training again. We will all be practicing yoga again together very soon. Until then, remember to bring your mantra, your intention off the mat often. Remind yourself, my body, my mind is strong and healthy. Every nerve in my body and mind is healthy. Stay safe, my friends. Thumb knuckles to the heart, chin to the chest. Sending so much love and peace and gratitude.